Recently, I was reading about how winter is when depression hits the largest number of people, and this is the first time in most of our lifetimes that we have been dealing with something like the pandemic over that normally gloomy winter period. So, some people out there are hurting more than normal due to everything that is going on out there, and some of those folks might be you or someone you care about. So today I want to talk about this issue from a slightly different viewpoint. I want to talk about the idea of quitting under adversity, quitting on yourself and quitting on other people. Hi everyone, welcome to the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting. I am David, the author of the book of the same name, Gentleman's Guide to Flirting, available on Amazon.com. I am also your host and the exalted leader of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting empire. You will be able to find this content on YouTube or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Thank you for joining. Let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 26 of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting podcast. I am David, the author of the book. Like I said in the intro, I recently was reading about how winter time is when depression hits the largest number of people. This is the first time we've been dealing with something like the COVID-19 pandemic over this normally gloomy winter period. So what is going on out there? We've got the normal wintertime blahs that affect millions of people. There's less sunlight in winter, which has an impact on your body, brain, and mood. It's dark longer, it's cold in a lot of places, and you can't or don't want to go outside. But this year, we've got the virus all around us still, and in fact it is having arguably its worst impact in a lot of areas right now. There are lockdowns in effect all over the world that are only compounding the sense of depression and isolation and anxiety out there. Plus, on top of all of that, a lot of people, countless millions of people, have been seriously negatively impacted financially by this whole mess. Even when things improve as we progress through 2021, and they will improve, a lot of jobs and businesses that were killed by the pandemic aren't just going to spring back to life when it starts warming up. A lot of those jobs and businesses are gone permanently, and that is a real existential problem for a lot of people. So what can the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting approach offer in this environment? How are you supposed to attract great women when you have no money, and the way things were might have been destroyed for you? How are you supposed to be that great asset to your family and friends that I talk about constantly? Good questions, obviously. When things go to shit, you need to fight. You need to overcome. You need to find new ways forward. If prospects for work in your area are utterly destroyed, you might need to move to where the work is, or maybe you need to make your own job. There's a lot of people in this world who aren't blessed with living in a place where they can work for paychecks from big companies. In some places, especially ones with problems with mass poverty, if you don't make your own job, you starve. If you are in a situation where you can't work for wages, find out what is needed that people will pay for and maybe make your own job out of that. There is nothing wrong with honorable work. I've done all kinds of low, dirty work in my younger years to make money. Honest work is honest work, and there's nothing wrong with it. What isn't okay at all is giving up on yourself. Never quit on yourself, no matter how bad things seem. I understand a lot of you may be going through tough times right now. I get it. But use your energy to find a way forward and don't sit there and wallow in the misery. If you're in a hole, find a way out. If your first idea doesn't work, then try another and another and another until you succeed. Use the approach defined in the book, meaning define your goals, plot a way to hit those goals, and then stack wins every single day toward those goals until you finally start getting traction and are able to move forward. Stack as many wins as you can each day. And remember, those wins can be tiny little steps forward. They don't have to be huge leaps. Do that and you'll see those wins add up to something larger every week. And then that snowballs to more progress over the course of a month. Then think about the progress you will make as these months pass and then years. You'll get there step by step by step. That is how a winner thinks. That is how you think. You don't quit on yourself ever. As for dealing with problems, those are inevitable in life. There's just more of them to deal with right now. Think of it this way. When you are faced with a problem and you overcome it, and then another problem comes up and you overcome that one too, and then another problem comes up and you overcome that one as well, over and over and over, you get stronger and stronger over the years. You know more problems will come, but you also know that you're going to knock them all down or handle them somehow, because that is your track record. That is how you operate. You are a winner. You are a leader. You don't fold, and you don't give up, and you don't quit. The process takes time, so be patient with yourself. You will end up being so confident and unstoppable because win after win and victory after victory, it just keeps making you stronger and more ready to handle the next problem life dishes out for you. Do you ever quit on yourself? Absolutely not. All right, what about other people? What if you are doing fine and thriving even in this pandemic environment, but some people in your circle of family and closest friends are hurting or suffering during this mess or at any time? Do you quit on them because they might be in a dark and gloomy place? No. That is when you pull them in closer, talk to them, listen to them, help them where you can, protect and support them. You are a man, a leader, and that is what you do for those you care about most in this world. That is why you're working so hard, so you have the resources and capacity to help other people. Maybe you can't take care of everyone, but for those at that level who are the most cherished in your life, that is a great place for them to be, especially at the worst times. And that is because you do whatever it takes to succeed, and you do whatever it takes to hit your goals and be prosperous, and you are doing all of that, making all of that effort day after day to be the best possible asset to the people you love the most in this world, including when things might not be going so great for them. You are the type of man who fights better when you are backed in a corner, and when things are the worst for yourself or those you care about most in the world. So we don't quit on relationships, we don't quit on our people, we don't quit on our goals, and we don't quit on ourselves ever. All right, let's get after it out there. Let's go.